I tried the viral hot honey beef bowl and the flavor combination is so good. It is also super easy to make and comes in with 57 grams of protein. First up, you need a sweet potato. Now, you could leave the skin on if you want, but mine has quite a lot of dirt on it, so I'm going to peel the potato before cutting it into cubes. An easy way to do this is to first cut off a part of one side and then use that to create a stable base. Now you can simply cut the potato into thick 1 cm or half an inch planks before slicing it into French fry shapes and finally into small bite-sized cubes. An entire sweet potato is a bit too much for one serving, as most of them are 500 grams or more, so I divide this into 2 servings and put 1/2 into a bowl to refrigerate for another day. Next, add a teaspoon of 4 grams of olive oil, followed up by a strong pinch of salt, freshly cracked black pepper and 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, then give it a good stir until everything is combined. I will pull out my air fryer for this, but you can also use the oven at the same temperature if you want. Heat up the air fryer to 200 degrees Celsius or 400 F for 3 minutes and then air fry the potatoes for 10 to 12 minutes. For the protein source, I'm going to use 180 grams of extra lean ground beef. This particularly one has 5% fat and only half the calories of regular ground beef that usually has 20% fat. Add 1/2 teaspoon or 3 grams of oil to a pan on medium heat and then add the ground beef. Quick tip, if you make ground beef, let it sear on one side first, kind of like when you make a steak. This will lead to better browning and more flavor. After 1 minute, flip the ground beef, and as you can see it has some proper browning. Let it sear for another minute and now you can break it up. Your meals with ground beef will become a lot better if you cook them like this. For seasoning, I'm only adding black pepper and then combine in a glass 10 grams of gochujang with 25 grams of soy sauce. Gochujang is a Korean chili paste with fermented soy and it is so delicious, especially in combination with ground beef. Give this a quick mix and add it to the pan and then stir fry for another 20 seconds or so, and then you can already take it off the heat. At this stage, the potatoes should be ready, so place them into a bowl, followed up by the gochujang ground beef and then slice up an avocado. I'm only using half for one serving as avocados are quite high in calories. You can wrap the other half in plastic wrap and make sure that the plastic touches the avocado to minimize oxygen exposure. This will help keep the avocado green for longer in the fridge. Scoop out the avocado fruit and add it to the bowl. And finally, and this can be a weird part for some of you in this recipe, add 100 grams of cottage cheese. Cottage cheese is a very good source of protein. It has 90 calories and 12 grams of protein. I know a lot of you don't like it, but please trust me on this. In this food combination, it tastes delicious. Usually this recipe is drizzled with hot honey, but because I can't find it in my store, I simply combine 15 grams of honey with 15 grams of a hot sauce like Frank's or sriracha, mix it and then drizzle it on top of everything. I'm telling you, this is such a delicious meal, you have to try it out. The macros are 775 calories, 75 grams of carbs, 28 grams of fat and 57 grams of protein. I made one of the highest quality olive oils possible with over 500 milligrams of polyphenols in my own mill in Greece. Believe me, you've never tasted anything like this before. The link for it, as well as my cookbook that will help you lose weight that I'm constantly updating with new recipes, is in the description.